Right, getting on in the afternoon now. Been a bit busy playing. Just I haven't been down here for a few weeks, so it'd be interesting to see what the wind damage has done, because I haven't come down for the wind. We've had Storm Dennis and something else sweeping through. I've had a message saying there's been a lot of trees down, but nothing down on my plot. So the trailer's still here, which is good. There's nothing in here. That's just crap holding it up to make the water run off. Hence I have a puddle. Spare caravan tyres, they're still there. It's worried about a tree coming down though, squishing the 9x9. My god, even the basher's still up. I've got a new hammock to try out tonight. Oh, the tent smells so good. I love how you get near the tent, you can smell it. Wow, the basher, I can't believe that's still there. I actually thought it was going to be all saggy and falling down, because I put that up to use as a workplace to start clearing all this whole area. Chimney's still here, and I was going to, first thing was to remove that tree and then set up camp here and work my way out. But I've got a bit of a knackered back at the moment, and my leg gave up yesterday. So, all my cordage is still here, bone dry. So, probably going to take this basher down actually, because I've got a DD 4 metre by 4 metre tarp and a new DD hammock. Actually, I've got to check it now. The DD hammock, the new one, I've got a DD Scout, but the new one is a DD travel bivi. It's got the fly net on it, and the bottom of it separates to put stuff in, so I can use it with my new camping bed. So hopefully in here, hanging up, should be, if anything's going to jump out on me. Any animals in here? Oh, look at all that stuff growing. Oh, the hammock fell down. Oh, I've been here for weeks. Oh, look at this grass growing. Any animals? Any wildlife? Oh, it smells of canvas. It's amazing. Yeah, it's been quite a long time since I've been down here. I've been away, been working, been all over the shop. And everything was just dumped in here last time. Ah, can't believe the hammock fell down. It was hanging up there, the light's still there. All the stuff's still on the table I left here. You might hear in the background a mini digger. There's a mini digger up there this weekend doing a bit of work. I've had my play in the mud, so yeah, cool, everything's as it was. It's brilliant, apart from the hammock fell down. I'm just hoping there's no mice in there. Yeah, I think I just hung it up here. Also didn't push it around enough, it fell down. I've got USB lead there. I bought a load of battery banks and some lights. Could use the log burner and the new bed, but I want to use my new hammock. Alright, I'm going to get this stuff out of the car. I've parked at the top and walked down. Luckily, no trees down here, but I imagine the whole place is actually, yeah, it looks like a lot of trees are down everywhere. But with my back the way it is at the moment, last night I was in agony. I can barely stand. I shouldn't be walking around here because my knee keeps giving out, and I'm like, that really hurts. So I'm not going to do any work this weekend. I'm just going to stand under all these trees that are just leaning over me. They're all about to fall down. Someone have been leaning over for 30 years. Clear a space down the bottom, get the hammock up, get a brew on the go, see if the digger driver wants a coffee. And yeah, maybe clean the car. Right, and that's the basher away. You can see it is quite overgrown here. Yeah, that's the basher down. I'm going to get the new DD 4x4 up. I did it off camera because I want to try different configurations. I'm probably just going to go with the A-frame. Then tonight I can close the ends, have a closed end A-frame. I'll do it off camera because I want to have a play around. But yeah, now that tree's gone out of the way, I've got a big space to use. If you've watched the previous videos, it's not the flattest bit of land around here. But now at least I have that big area. Stood at the same place as before where the basher was, and there's a dramatic difference. That thing is huge. I've got it about 7 foot off the ground, like the ridge line. So I can walk under it. It's so big compared to a basher. Honestly, it is huge. That's half of it. Oh, this is where I recorded from earlier when I took the basher down. Right, get the hammock up, then I'm going to make a brew. I'm getting a bit thirsty now. Right, it's 5 to 3, not done too well. I've nearly made it till 3 o'clock before I was a dickhead. Complete dickhead. Yeah, when I got this hammock, got it for my birthday last week, and I pinched a couple of stuff sacks to put it in, compression sacks, so I could shrink it down more than I can in the stuff sacks it comes with. And yeah, I was away on holiday, so I left the motorhome at home, repacked the car, took a bag of clothes and wash kit and what I'd need for while I was away for a week, as well as a night overnight camping in the tunnel, because I've done an overnight in the tunnel before heading off for a week somewhere else. While I was away, obviously, with camping gear, a week's worth of stuff, got the hammock, got the tarp, as we can see in shot there, packed the hammock into a stuff sack. Yes, but this is going. But the 2 poles that go in here, one in each end, they fold down. I didn't put them in a stuff sack because I thought if they go in a stuff sack, compression sack, sorry, and I compress it. So I put them somewhere else, and I thought, don't forget that they're in there. And then I thought to myself, no, because that bag goes there where this goes. But I've gone through all my kit, and I've just been up to the car, and I can't find the poles. They're obviously in the motorhome. The only place I can think of is they'll be in the other 511 bag I got. The patrol ready bag, I think it is. So they might be in there. They're not in the Bergen. They're not in any pouches or pockets. I've had my clothes bag out, my admin bag in pieces. And yeah, this came with, I think, 4 tent pegs, really shitty ones. So I put the pot anyway. I'm going to have to tie them up, or apparently you can use sticks. So I'm going to get some sticks and fashion them to fit that. I've got the bungee out, but I can't. Dickhead. These things happen. Right, time's getting on. It's nearly 5 o'clock. I spent most of the day trying to find the poles for these, checking on my kit. A new EDC bag I definitely haven't got on me here. I'm not going to go into that. But I've been talking to one of my neighbours who was driving the digger. Just made him a brew in the back of the car, and came back, found a stick, cut it to size, got it in there. So now I'm going to find another stick. Should be one here somewhere. Get one in that side. I mean, that's going to be fine. If it falls out, it's fine. It doesn't collapse on you anyway. It's just for the width. But that's used. That'll be fine. No problem there. Love the height, the headroom. And then I think I'm going to roll the chimney down the slope and use that tonight for a fire. Yeah. Can't wait to try this hammock out. Absolutely love this hammock. Been after an upgraded hammock for a couple of years. I bought the DD Scout just to test out the water, see if I liked hammock camping. And then I found the TW Hornet. I think the Hornet is the one I wanted years ago, but then I got a DD and some other stuff from DD, and I like DD stuff. There's no difference in name brands. Before anyone says you should have bought this make, should have bought that make, it's all the same stuff. It's like 511 Max Edition, it's all the same stuff. It's all good gear, just what you prefer. But I'll probably do a separate video on the tarp and a separate video on the hammock and my new 511 rush bag, and then I'm going to get this 50 litre 72 rush 72 to swap out for the Bergen, and then my rush 12 can attach to that. So yeah, we're having a big change around the stuff, and the biggest change was the 12x12 going. Didn't think I'd ever get rid of that. This one looks like it's fell down recently. It's quite bendy. Got an hour video of me trying to put sticks through the bloody hammock. Don't know how much you can see. I think I might need to shorten the straps. And I've got my boots on. Oh, that's so comfy. Dropped down so much, I don't know if I've been short. Right, now we know that works. I'm gonna tighten the straps on the left. It's a bit weird to get in for height. It's quite bouncy, I know that. Should definitely keep the bugs out though. Excuse the orange tent there in the distance. We'll just pretend that's not there. And then when I want to get out, I'm going to put a ground sheet down, I think. Oh yeah, I'm getting muddy with socks. Oh! Yeah. You have to sort of sit in it like this. So sit down, get your head in, and then you get your feet in. So this is where the camera was. The less effort you use to bring a tree down and chop logs, the less risk you are in danger. There's where it was attached, all the roots that came out. So there's camp, so you can see it was laid on this side of that tree. It was on this side of that tree, so it was only going to fall this way. But then it went between these two here. So that's where it was resting. It was resting like scissors, like a Y in between them two, like a pool cue stand thingy. That warmed me up. But it's bone dry, and I think that'll be firewood for tonight. It's getting dark now. Yeah, I didn't want to just whack through that and have the thing just come down suddenly. Kept taking little chunks out of it, so I started to hear it creak, then I could work it a little bit finer instead of just brute force. I wish I'd make these with a port lid, just for times like this when I really need to eat. But yeah, don't go down the woods after like 4 hours sleep from working a 16-hour shift and not eating. I didn't even eat yesterday, really. Yesterday I ate a pot noodle at lunchtime. And then like 6 hours later, I changed jobs and went off to do another 6 hours somewhere. I haven't cooked on the mess stove with a mess tin for ages. This would be nice. Right. That looks like it's ready. All blossomed away there, blue flames. Yeah, some people hate these, some people slag people off for eating them. But I don't care. I'm going to eat it and I'm going to enjoy it. Let me try and show you the new EDC bag while we're using torchlight. It's the 511 Rush 12 in double tap. My handheld radio's in there, battery bank, some other stuff, some stuff in there. Stuff I grabbed from home on the way here because I was going to have pasta and dormio sauce, which I'll probably cook that later. All that really is in the middle of this bag is my first aid kit, and at the moment I'm carrying wipes and spray just because of what's going on with the virus in the UK, well, around the world. And in there I've got my hand sanitizer, so I normally only use every day the small pocket there for wallet and hand sanitizer, and then other EDC items here. And then the middle of the bag is just if I need a bag throughout the day or want to go somewhere I can add to it. So far overly impressed. Not going to go into it on this video. I'll do a separate video on this bag, but that's to replace my single strap, my little sling molly webbing type bag thing. That is brilliant. I absolutely love it. Right, I want to find a spoon, and saying that I'm sure what did I do with it? I had a spoon on me a minute ago. Right, as I was saying, I'm going to go and find a spoon. I think I left it up in the car. I did pick it up, must have forgot it. And then start stirring my food. Right, food's ready, it took no time at all. And now I've got the hot water on. While the mess stove is on, shouldn't take too long to boil that cup. Right, so I can eat my food. Oh yeah, and I'm lazy. I found a chair. Considering I wasn't going to go sort of depend on the tent much this weekend, but my back and knees killing and I want to eat my food comfortably, so yeah, can't wait to try that out tonight. Right, finished. 2 minutes to cook, 2 minutes to eat. I feel wide awake again. It's amazing what just a tiny amount of food, like warm food, can do for morale and obviously your energy levels. Yeah, the water hasn't boiled yet, so when I've boiled the water I can rinse out my cup from earlier and then wash up the mess tin. It's pretty much pitch black now. Time is, we like this watch, 6:25, so 18:25. Yeah, gonna have a brew, get some more body heat in me, put a body warmer on and a hat, and then go and get some firewood because I'm gonna need a fire. I got back to the Mart home about 12:30 this morning after work last night, and obviously rushing around I didn't notice like how cold the temperature was. I was just in a shirt, short sleeve shirt, and the Mart home said 4 degrees. I was like, oh my god, that's cold. So if last night was cold, tonight could be as cold. Well, it's 4 degrees in the motorhome. I don't know what it was outside last night. All I know is I was loading up the car with heavy boxes and bags and just like, whew. Right, I'm talking too much again. Catch you in a bit. Quite a good find actually. after all that rain we've had the past few weeks. It's been non-stop. Everywhere's flooded out. Even the river down here, I've got a stream has burst its banks. This is bone dry, and the roots probably blew out quite some time ago. I haven't used this for a very long time. Just a cheapie. I think it was from Asda, like a million years ago. Used it loads, done a lot of stuff with this, plus used it as a pot stand. It's great as a pot stand. Yeah, it's handy for a few things, these folding ones, but I don't recommend these cheap ones. They bend, so it's not bad for what it is. Good pair of boots. Right, it's probably full of roots. I only want to dig a small hole, but if there's roots I'm going to give up. At the moment we've got a covering of moss. Doesn't have to be tidy. I've done plenty of tidy fire pits in my time. I've just realised as well, the knee pads are missing out my trousers. I'm not sure when I took them out or why I took them out, but yeah, that's not good. Cheating. It's practical to some people, but cheating to others. Or to me, practically cheating. Oh, you only need one bit of cotton wool. Check this out, all you keyboard warriors. It works. That is all that matters. Doesn't matter what you use. I've used petrol down here before. Now that's a bit of an embarrassment. That was the first. Right. I think I need more sticks, but hey, we'll give it a go. Plenty of air. What a surprise. I bet you all thought I was going to go and get the kindling out of the tent. Well, if this fails, I still might. There's enough sticks just floating around. Right, that'll do for now. I'll even put this leaf on to help it. Put away the gasifier. Keep my shovel handy, purely because it looks great on Instagram pictures. Saw over there, so I'll be needing that soon. Pull the old seat forward a little bit. Surprising how much heat you can get from such a small fire when it's a perfectly calm night. Down here, not even a breeze. And I'm like baking sat in front of that. Yeah, little tip, stack your logs near the fire. Lots of space. It's probably a log's width between the bottom two. Lets the warm air go through, warms them up, heats them up, dries them out. It burns much better, although these are bone dry anyway. It's getting on to 8:30 now, and I'm just recording for the sake of it. That is just a bed of coals, and quite a distance, and I can feel the heat of that on my face. The wind, well, the slight breeze is coming from that direction and behind me, so now I'm not walking around. I've dropped the back of the tarp to the ground. Not that you can see. The light's at one end. I have to move the light and the bergen. To the left of me is the ground sheet with 511 rush and my admin pouch. So I'll put the bergen and everything else on this tarp before I go to bed. So yeah, there's the centre. obviously the light, and that side was going out to a tree, but now it's a wall, and this side's all open just to give me some coverage if it rains and a nice view in the morning. Yeah, just going to keep feeding small logs on there. As I say, it's now just a bed of coals, and it's really projecting some nice warm heat. Some warm heat, does that make sense? Warm air? I don't know, whatever it's doing. And I've still got that bit there to saw up, and the rest of it's still up there, and it's burning really slow and well. Fantastic little fire, and I can always move the chair forward. I've probably got a couple of feet to go forward before the edge of the tarp. It's weird, I keep wanting to say basher because I've been using bashers for years, but yeah, tarp, DD tarp. I'm well impressed with this, by the way. I got it for my birthday, I think I said, and it's fantastic. I can't wait to use it in a field and make some tents. A few years ago I made a video of different tents you can make, obviously with a basher, but they were a bit small. This is massive. Right, I'm gonna get back to my TV. The moon up there, light, local repeater, booming fire, stash of logs, backup logs. Yeah. Well, we're nearly out of firewood, so on that note, we'll catch you in the morning. Morning, people. Well, saying that, it's midday. I remember waking up about 9, and then went back to sleep and dozed and went back to sleep. So I'll give you a bit of a view, a tour. There's the stream. Got some signs over there. There's one on the left as well, out of sight, just saying, you know, private land, shooting in progress. Stream goes off that way, but that's all drift stuff that's just floated down and created a dam, just like there. All that needs cleared, or will just naturally clear itself. Fallen trees everywhere. There's the 9x9. There's last night's setup. I brought down half of it to a lean-to, I think just after I lit the fire. Fire nearly burning itself out. Didn't move my mess tin. The hammock was fine. It's just like being in the DD at the Scout, didn't notice any difference. Again, I have pretty much only climbed out of my pit about 5 minutes ago. Put on the fleece because it's a bit nippy. Sky looks a bit blue, a little bit cloudy. So I want to make a brew because I need my coffee in the morning, and then I'm going to start playing with the tarp. Right, and we'll do a tour of the woods, and because I didn't do it yesterday, and see what's fell down and what hasn't. If you were wondering yesterday why I was using the mess stove in the gasifier, it's not that I was doing it wrong. I do use a gasifier for sticks, as you can see in the past and on, you know, the colour of it. It's just that the gasifier also doubles up as a fantastic pot stand for the mess stove. Right, so water's still boiling for coffee, and the good thing about this time of year is the wind has blown every twig off every tree in the area, so you don't have to go far for firewood. Now, I don't really need a fire because I'm up and I'm awake, but for some people it's good for morale, or just a good injection of heat while it's sitting there in the morning, or if you want to cook your breakfast. And I'm just lighting it for the sake of it. Cotton wool and Vaseline again, because we done so well last night with it. Right, Tonight we'll prove it tonight, rather. This afternoon. Got some battery there. Now we'll get cocky. We'll use one bit, unlike 5 bits we used last night. One strike. Go down for the sticks. Put these away straight away, so I don't lose anything or stand on anything. Well, the weather did say scattered showers, so here's my first heavy downpour. But I'm loving it, because I've got a lot of space, and I can open up that side like I did last night. I did leave a bash out last night. That's getting wet, but never mind. What's just about to go for a walk around the woods? I think I'll wait. And just poke the fire. So the rain sort of calmed down a little bit. I think all the water droplets are now what's falling off the branches. Again, down the dip you can't hear anything. Come up to the top of the car is. And one of my neighbours is here with a chainsaw, working away. In this weather, the track is about 3 inches of mud. And I love my 511 boots, but these are summer boots. They're generally fine to wear in the winter, you just keep away from mud. But I just happen to be going through the mud. Yeah. Be able to continue a little walk around the woods. See if we can get some pictures or videos of any trees that have fell in the storms. Because I've been keeping well away from this place in the storms. You know, it's bad enough being in the motorhome, let alone coming, putting up a hammock next to a widowmaker. A bit further down. Quite a few tyre marks. Yeah, I think I'm going to walk around it. Like these puddles here, about 8 or 9 inches deep. Over there, it's probably more with mud and water. Yeah, you'd struggle to get a car down here. And you can see where I've turned and came back out. I have seen other vehicles get stuck here. Now we're to the rickety bridge, handmade, just with logs. Since I've decided to keep the Terios, I no longer drive over this bridge. I used to drive over it, not really, you know, not really caring much. But you can see where the water's come right over the bank. Well, it's not really a bank. Fast flowing. Zigzags down there to the pond at the bottom. We've got our seasonal pond up there, another pond on the right. But yeah, very slippery. The Terios gets over it fine, even when it's like this, soaking wet. I've crossed it a million times, like fully loaded up. But yeah, just not risking it now. I've decided to keep the car. Beforehand I was like, fuck it, if it falls over and collapses or ends up upside down on its side or whatever, I'll just leave it, buy another car. But yeah, I'm going to start investing money in the car, I think. Not that it needs anything done after the necessary mods it's already had, i.e. a good set of tyres. One's fell down, pulled out the roots, reasonably fresh because you can still see the mud. But luckily it's landed on a tree that's already, I'm trying to hold my fleece. Alright, let's do this. Look, that one's obviously fell already, so it's landed on that, and that one's supported on a tree up there. This is why I didn't come down here in the wind. Someone's cut away the bottom of the ivy on that, like I did on my tree. This has all been cut up. All that ivy there, that's obviously a limb from that tree, because we've already got this thing hanging down for months. That's been hanging there. But obviously it come down across the track, So someone's had to chainsaw that up into smaller sections and clear the track. And there's the majority of it. There you go. More bits of that massive ivy covered branch. You can't even see the branch. I think it fell from the top of there somewhere. Yeah. Oh, let's get that out of shot. There are 2 trees there next to each other, both snapped and fell over the track going through their plot. Not going to show too much because I'm just going to knacker myself out walking around. And my knee's fine today after a good sleep. And my back's not too bad. If I do too much, it's going to bring it all back up. And I'm working together tomorrow, so I want to sort of chill out. So this one snapped twice on the way down. So she snapped there, fell over, snapped again, as that was caught on the way down. But the reason this is blown over, it was dead and clearly hollow in the middle. So that was definitely due to come down. But you can see a limb snapped off there. But you wouldn't want to be pitched in a hammock underneath this, despite it being a hollow. Walking in the sea today, I'm not doing a complete lap. It's dense up there. I'm heading back to a tree, a very small tree going across the branch, across the track here. But that's been knocked down by another tree. Another tree's fell down, hit that and gone across the track. So whoever comes up here next in a vehicle is going to have to drive over it or cut it out of the way. And yeah, no wonder that fell down. No resilience. And the other tree took that out. It's like dominoes down here over the trees. Every time a tree comes down, it normally takes out multiple. It's very rare it takes out one more. It normally takes 2 or 3 with it. And you can see how dense it is up this part. So if any one of these trees come down, like larger ones, it will take 4 or 5 smaller ones. Right, the sun's out. Back to clear blue sky. After that dark downpour. I sweated and took off the neck scarf, yeah, that's off. I want to take my hat off, but I've got nowhere to put it, so I'm just going to have to carry it and put up my hat here. It's so warm walking around. Because everything's slippery and dodgy to walk on underfoot. It takes a lot more energy and effort than walking on flat ground, like to the local shop. Just walking from camp to the car yesterday killed me. Walking up the slope, slipping and sliding, tripping over stuff. Every time I got to the car, I was only, like, you know, not far at all. Wouldn't even guess it. Distance. I was just out of breath every time. Back over the bridge. Look at that. Well, and just like that, it's nearly 3 o'clock. A little walk round. When I spoke to my neighbour who's doing some chainsaw work, I sort of met him last year. Nice guy. His car's parked by the entrance, his van, because last year when I met him I had to put his van out. But on the way onto his plot, I snagged myself on a tiny bit of barbed wire sticking up. I had to get some more water too. And been over there and his dog's running around like dogs do. And I've got owl shit all over my trailer from last night, so thanks, Owl. Yeah, so while talking to him, his dog's running around loopy, being a puppy. And it's just snagged itself on the barbed wire. Probably harpooned itself, the poor thing. So we pulled it out. And this bit of barbed wire went right under the ground. There was loads of it, so I came down to the trailer. Cut the barbed wire out and just said to him, like, if you find any more barbed wire, because he said there's loads of it scattered around. I mean, all around here, now and then you trip on a bit of barbed wire. It's not good, but it's from years and years ago. So I said, they're in the trailer, if you find any more to cut out, because he's already cut out loads of metal fencing that he didn't want and we shouldn't have. So, yeah, he came down here, had a look at the hammock, loved it. He wants to get a tarp on a hammock, do some camping down here. And then his dog grabbed my tin off all day breakfast from last night and tried to run off with that, so we had to chase after the dog. It's been fun. And it's like, wow, there's the whole day just gone. So knackered, I can sit down now. I'm caked in mud. His dog's been jumping. It's a little spaniel thing, puppy, and it's been jumping up all over me. It was barking at first, so I went down to its level for him to come and sniff me, and it tried grabbing my hat and running off. and my arm's pure caked in mud. If it focuses. Yeah, my trousers, it's all up the front of my shirt. Absolutely covered with this fucking. But yeah, it's great. I love it. Like I said before, it is great. Wood life. It's alright stealth camping in local woods, but I can't stress and recommend enough. If you're lucky enough to find in your area woods to rent or buy, there's some on Facebook locally, but they're listed as studio, and someone's got a field, and that's also listed as an office because the estate agents don't know what to list them as. Yeah, rent yourself a bit of woodland, and you get to meet neighbours in rural and agricultural areas, and they're all like-minded if you're like into this sort of stuff. And we're both caked in mud and having a right laugh and just talking about local planning officers and how they're obviously completely different people. I was boiling up some water to make a coffee, listening to the radio, a bit of music to chill out to. Went up to the kitchen in a box in the 9x9. Why are you not focusing? What did I got there for? Oh yeah, to get some tissue to sort of clean up that, to dry it. And yeah, I'm going to boil water, but I'm not making coffee. I just found some custard, and it's got May 2020, so you know, I've got some custard. I'm not even going to have lunch. I'm going to make some lunch or some tinned stuff from up there, and I've got ration packs. But no, I really fancy some custard. I'm going to have a cup of custard. Stuff scattered around everywhere. I've made a right mess this weekend, but I've been down here like just chilling out and enjoying the weekend, and literally just focusing on the hammock and treacherous floor because I haven't cleared up the floor, and it's a right ankle breaker everywhere I walk. So the water is now on a rolling boil. Apparently you pour it into a measuring jug. Most of it all over my leg. I'm missing the fire. Right, my leg's covered. It's all over the cup. You can see I clearly missed the cup. And half a pint. Okay. A little bit left in there. Put that back on the flame. Fill that back up with water so I can wash the cup and make coffee afterwards, because this is probably going to fail. And then whisk. Flop that over. And whisk until the lumps are gone. I don't really have a whisk, so splash it everywhere. Boiling hot water over my hand. I don't think we're going to get rid of the lumps. I need to get one of those little battery operated whisks for the bug out bag. Oh, just something sweet and hot. A bit of a change from ration packs and tin food, because I didn't actually bring any bacon or any burgers or any sort of food to cook. Oh, that's thickening up nice, that is. Oh my god, I'm going to have some custard. That's actually working. Oh my god, I thought this would be like really lumpy and wouldn't work. And it says thickness determines on obviously the amount of water you put in. And I don't like runny gravy, and I don't like runny custard. I like it all thick. Well, that's actually worked. I didn't think a fork would work. Probably has got loads of powder left in it. Oh, this is going to be so nice. Look at the chocolate put in here. I've probably got some chocolate in the ration packs, but they're over there. I can't be asked to grab the bag. I've got a spoon here, because I am not going to eat that with a fork. It's not that thick. Still a bit of powder left in there. Keep whisking. Yeah, man, I need to buy a whisk. There's something just fell in there. There it is. Not sure what that is on there. There. Black thing. Oh, it's working. Sticking up nicely, that is. The odd bit of black stuff in there, not sure what that is. Flavour, they call it. Oh, I want to go digging because I'm sure I've got chocolate stuff to put in. Oh, that's definitely thick enough. I'm a bit concerned about the black stuff that's in here. Probably the shit come off the bottom of the cup. Cups, all the black stuff's come off the bottom of it. Oh well, right. And I ate the biscuits out of here a while ago. And I ate the... what did I have recently? Pasta, spaghetti bolognese. That was really nice. Raspberry drink. Fruit. I don't like fruit, but you can put fruit in the custard. Hot chocolate drink. Oh, more drinks. These are the good stuff. Peanut butter. Ah, I don't like peanut butter. Oh, cereal bar. Cranberry. We'll save that for later. All day breakfast. Oh, I could have that this morning. Oh, could have had that this morning. Creamer. Oh, I've got coffee, mate. Rice. Fruit drink. Bean stew. Oh, come on, I must have something to do that's chocolatey. I think I've actually eaten all the chocolate stuff. Rice. Beef bolognese. Pasta shells. That's the one. That is gorgeous, that. I've had that before. American stuff. I've got American and British ration packs. Cereal bar. Spork. I don't think it's supposed to be that shape. Tea, coffee. Ooh, what's this? Chicken and vegetable. Oh no. Spoons. Looks like I've eaten anything that was in here that was chocolate wise. Beef. Obviously the bug out bag's in my work bag. Now and then I get hungry. Yeah, it looks like bird food. I hate that stuff. But if I'm hungry, I'll eat it. That's the thing. Yeah. No. This is just... Oh, I didn't even know they were in it. I love these. I used to have these when I was a kid. Creamer. Fruit drinks. What's a drink? Damn. Yeah, I did have like various chocolate and snack stuff in there. But with it being in the van and car and out work, and I've dipped into it a few times. Well, that's oh, well, it looks like we're not going to put any chocolate in there. Well, there's fruit stuff I could put in there, but I'm not a fan of fruit stuff, dry fruit. Oh, that's good. We'll start later. Oh, nearly spilled it all over that. Give that a bushcraft wipe. I've only made coffee with it. It should be fine. I've only made coffee with it. The bright orange tent in the background. Custard. Oh, so nice. I mean, custard's shit on its own. It's better with bakewell tart. That's what I normally do, is normally bring bakewell tarts down. Or like chocolate sponge cake. But 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sun's out, I'm eating custard. That one was hot. Yeah, it's a bit hot. That's so nice. So glad I didn't make a coffee. This is fluid and heat. So I'm getting like a drink and I'm getting warm because it totally is warming up. A bit too warm. And it tastes good too. Might do that more often. Bit of a nice change. got a basic little survival fire going. Lots of sticks, lots of heat, lots of flame. Very hot, just stood here. Want to get myself a nice bed of coals. Starting to pack up very slowly instead of doing it all in one go. When I have to go, I'm doing it now. Just airing out the sleeping bag. And the reason the fire's going is because I found that pasta and shells bolognese wrap pack. I can't help myself. Mesh tins sitting there ready. Yeah, beef bolognese and pasta shells. Just gonna get it. So while that's turned into a bed of coals, I'll start tidying up. Then cook some more food. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. There's the DD Scout. DD Scout. Some decent carabiners. Not good. Obviously I hung this up in the tent before Christmas when I transferred all the stuff to this new Woodland. Because it was wet, hung up in the tent. Somehow it, obviously with the tent moving in the storms, it shook itself loose and ended up on the floor. So I'm going to flick it over. It's going to be really hard to do with one hand. But I've just opened it up to give it a good shake out, and I'm annoyed at this because I was going to give it to a friend. So if you're watching this, friend who was going to get my hammock, wait for the focus. Is it just me or is that not focusing? There, it's been eaten by a mouse. There, and all up here. Oh, it's just not focusing. So while it's been on the floor, it's chewed up absolutely everywhere. It's got holes here, holes further up, holes up there, hole there. Fuming. Absolutely fuming. This is why I don't leave kit on the floor. This is why I actually hung it up, but it still fell down. You put any weight on that, it's just going to rip. I'm gutted. Absolutely fuming. It's gone down to coals, just put some sticks on there. Oh, that was warm. Because the water was boiled in that cup for a coffee. I didn't actually have a coffee. I just put it in there and added some more cold. Yeah, we'll wait till that's full of air, like puffed itself out, and then eat that. I'm gonna have to turn that down because that's too hidden. It's just full of holes, like all the way up. Right, I've dropped the sides of the tarp just to help the watershed, because I want to be out of it soon. It's nearly 5 o'clock, and the rat pack's ready. Been bubbling away for a little while. Got a spoon. Again, don't do this. It's not hygienic. It's not good. It's not clean. It's not big. It's not clever. But only yet custom of it. Yeah, pretty sure that's ready. It's been bubbling for a little while. Trick is, wear gloves. Oh, I've got an idea. My hat's already muddy from that dog. Actually, I took it off to say hello in case it was threatening, and it just started chewing it and licking it and put mud on it. And then when I put it down with my fleece to cut off the barbed wire, it grabbed it and ran away with it. So I'll do that. Give it a bit of a massage. Oh yeah. Definitely feels hot enough. And the tear slip is there, but you have to dig all the way down in the bag to get it. So if you're clever, and you've got a good pair of scissors, cut a bit further down. This is where it's going to go all over me. But not too far down that the goo goes away with you. Just about got that right. Then you don't have so far down to dig. Be a fork. Fuck off. You really don't get a lot of these. I put it on the plate last time. You know, like the ladle you get to serve up. It was like one of them. I was like hoping for a Simon portion, you know, a man size. You know, when you get your plate overflowing, and people say when you go, keep going, keep going. But you don't get a lot of these. But you know, it's calories. Past the shells. Food ready to go. Yeah, bolognese and pasta shells. Just going to stir it for 5 minutes. It's even a mushroom. Right, I'll eat that when it's cooled down. I'm going to keep holding it and stirring it. Just like that, it's nearly dark again. So, I'm going to close the tent up. Better do one of these, I suppose. Sorry for the bad camera work. Can't use one hand to do the toggles up. That's all packed up down there. It's a bit dark now, isn't it, folks? No, it's not made any difference. Tent's all closed up. Wanted to move this big log for next time down, get it off the ground. Oh, it's heavy. Oh, nearly fell backwards down the bank. That'll do. It's only on the ground there. All that bit's off the ground. That's off the ground. Try not to slip on it. I think all I've got to do now, I've poured the remainder of my water, well, what was left in the mess tin, on the fire. I'm not going to cover it over. I'll use it next time. Bad practice, I know, but what are you going to do? See, I didn't pack that because I left it out and I wanted to put the water on the fire. So I'm going to carry that up to the car. The axe, my EDC bag, bungee, which is going to stay in the car. And put the ground sheet on the bottom of the Bergen. And then we are out of here. Not that you can see. 511's in there. Jacket's hanging up in there. Bergen's in the back. Oops. That's in properly. Now it's in. Right. There you go. Got a bit of light. Obviously in the woods. It's quite dark down there now. I think I better take that off. That's my phone holder for the windscreen. I just used it yesterday for a secondary purpose. Right, won't bore you with a video of me leaving, but thanks for watching. I'll say now sorry for the long video, because I have a feeling it's probably another long video. Will it start? Oh yeah. Catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.